So now we're gonna start rendering the face. At this point I can merge all the layers if I want. I would just leave the highlights out of the selection. So the rest of the figure can just go whoop. So I have, you know, my figure in one layer. I'm gonna paint this. Oh well. So for this this process, I'm gonna use this brush here, which is a texture brush. I'm gonna zoom in on the face. I'm gonna duplicate the figure because this one is like the raw sketch, the soul of the painting. So sometimes as I'm rendering, I delete things that were important in the sketch, and by having the layer duplicated, if I screw up, I can just hide it and it will be underneath, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna start rendering with this brush. It's actually a very new brush in my brush set. I discovered it just a few weeks ago. One of my friends did a tutorial on it and he gave the brushes away for free, and I was like, what? This brush is amazing for rendering skin. So at this stage I really want to make sure I have all those details down on my painting. You know, the ones that I told you about that are important because they make the portrait look more natural. I think I need my other reference too. I only want to see the size of the nostrils. So I'm gonna add all those tiny shadows that I find on my reference, like this one here. highlights are kind of distracting, so I hit them. I'm not gonna polish the eyes at this stage right now because there is, in the next chapter, we're gonna do the eyes and why they're so important to have their own chapter. So for now, I'm just gonna focus on the skin. Forgot the light here. So I'm not creating any new tones. All of the tones that I need are pretty much already in the painting. But it's very rough stage. So I strongly suggest to do your own reference. You know, the old masters, they all used reference for their paintings. Like back in the day, like centuries ago, they used live models. And if you look at the American artists from the 20th century, you'll see how they created their own reference. They took pictures themselves and used them for their paintings. And it's a good habit because you start training your eye to see what's a good lighting, what isn't. And I'm ruining things. When you start doing your own reference pictures, you start seeing things differently.